Best day ever is Fresh Lash Day. I have been applying them differently and my whole life has changed, which might seem dramatic, and I am dramatic, but what it does for my eye shape is magical. Best lash glue in the land. Use these scissors. I find these funnier. Doing this standing up may confuse my brain, but I'm going to try to do it. In case you ever find yourself with some CSC trivia time, Napa Lashes is actually the very first product I ever received, and this is the beginning of CSC. Do is peel this off, and I'm really making sure that I'm not like tugging too much at the hair. And what makes a good lash is truly the band. I think sometimes we can think like, oh, lashes are all created equally, but that's just simply not the case. You need it to be able to have some really nice bend to it. Otherwise, it's not going to actually bend to the curve of your eye. So when it comes to lashes, you always want the shorter piece right here. Tear duct, if you end up cutting off like this shorter piece right here, then this big piece is right here, and then it like will tickle your eyebrow and it makes the eye look a little wonky. You always want to remove from the outer corner. So like I said, I've been applying them differently lately, and typically I only would take off the first full flare, but I've been going past that and actually cutting it off to the second flare, and it just gives my eye this really nice like doe look, and I love it. One thing you do want to keep in mind though is when you are cutting off that flare, sometimes there's this little piece right there that you do want to remove because that's going to poke. When I was a bridal makeup artist, I'd always say, okay, lashes, they feel a little uncomfortable when I first put them on, but tell me if it's poking. That poking feeling, that's not gonna go away. Super annoying. So I'm going to just trim that off. And then like I said, I've been going past that first and actually cutting off that side two flares. Just wait and see. Applying lashes has a lot to do with patience, which I'm not awesome at, but it's worth it. So what I'm going to do is apply my lash glue here, and it's going to go on kind of like this white, and then it's going to turn into like a dark blue, and then you know it's time to apply your lashes. And then I always add just a little bit of glue right here in that corner because I want to make sure that it sticks in that corner. That's always going to be the first part that lifts. So having a little bit of glue there really helps. The great thing about these lashes too is that they have a really nice shelf life on them. You just clean them occasionally with micellar water, and then you're able to wear them back to back. All right, we're trimming. This is the nice thing about patience, is that while the other glue is setting and getting ready, I'm prepping this lash. Also, you may think I'm really bad at lashes, but it also could be the lash glue. The band is incredibly important, but the lash glue is like 10 times more important because you want to make sure that it gets tacky and it stays. My experience with lash glue, this is the best in the land. It feels bold. In West, it's really hard for us to be like super boastful, but this really is a game changer. Had I had this when I was a makeup artist for all those years, my life would have been so much easier because it gets tacky really quickly, because who wants to just be waiting forever and ever? And also some lash glue, if you know, smells terrible. See it really just almost disappear on the lash, and you want to make sure you are bending it. That way it's going to adhere nicely to the eye. Then I'm going to just look down, but keep your eyes open. That's also a big tip when you're doing other people's lashes. You do not want them to close their eyes because then their eyes will crease too much, and then you're gonna have some issues with like sticking to that inner corner, or even like the glue traveling down to the bottom lashes. And by having that glue there, it's almost like an anchor ready to be attached. So when I'm done, this is where I feel home. Two, bend. You can see there, it's just sticking to that corner. And the eye look is complete. Chelsey in full form. So I'll remember what my eyes look like before. After. Ugh, obsessed.